Talent is born, but discipline is built. You repeat that as a quote. I repeat it as a way of life. You look at people who are ahead of you and you tell yourself a story. They were just born gifted. They were born smarter, stronger, faster, luckier. And maybe they were. Maybe they had a head start. Maybe they had better genetics. Maybe life handed them tools you never got. But listen very carefully. You do not control how you were born. You do not control your natural talent. You do not control the hand you were dealt. You control how you train. You control how you live. You control the standard you hold yourself to when no one is watching. Talent is a lottery. Discipline is a decision. And the ones who build discipline, who choose it every day, who bleed for it hour after hour, those are the ones who become unstoppable. Because talent has a ceiling. Discipline does not. You say, I'm not talented enough. Good. That means you can no longer hide behind the excuse that you're wasting your potential. You are forced to build it from nothing. You are forced to earn every inch. Do you know what that makes you? Dangerous. The gifted grow up being told they are special. They win early. They are praised easily. They get used to success with minimal effort. So they start to believe effort is optional. They get comfortable. But you do not have that luxury. You fail. A lot. You feel the sting of humiliation. You know what it means to be overlooked, underestimated, ignored. Every time you show up, people expect nothing. Every time you say, I will improve, they nod politely and secretly think, we'll see. You start the race 10 steps behind, and that is exactly why you can win. Because when you are behind, you have only two choices. Accept your position as permanent, or build a discipline so relentless that the gap becomes irrelevant. You cannot control where you start. You can absolutely control whether you stay there. You think discipline is a mood. You think you have to feel motivated first. You wait for the right song, the right quote, the right moment, the right feeling. That is why you lose. Discipline has nothing to do with how you feel. Discipline is what you do when your feelings betray you. You train when you are tired. You study when you are bored. You work when no one cares. You keep going when your body says stop and your mind screams, why bother? You do not obey your feelings. Your feelings obey you. You think discipline is loud, screaming, intensity, music blasting. But discipline is actually quiet. It looks like waking up when the alarm rings and your bed feels like heaven and you get up anyway. It looks like repeating the same basic movement 1,000 times while no one is there to praise you. It looks like saying no to the easy distraction 100 times a day. It's not glamorous. It's not shiny. People don't applaud you for it. They don't see it. They only see the results later and call them talent. You watch someone move with skill and you call it natural. You don't see the years of repetition, the nights they stayed behind after everyone left, the mornings they started before anyone arrived. You call it gifted. They call it Tuesday. Do you understand? You are romanticizing other people's discipline as talent so you can excuse your lack of effort. It is easier to say they're just built different than to admit, I don't work like that. Stop. Stop worshiping talent. Start respecting consistency. Because discipline builds something talent cannot. Reliability. Talent performs when conditions are perfect. Discipline performs when conditions are terrible. Talent shines when it feels good. Discipline shines especially when it feels bad. Talent is a spark. Discipline is a furnace that never goes out. The furnace wins in the long run. You want to be the hardest worker? You must be willing to do what even talented people refuse to do. They train until they are tired. You train until you are finished. They stop when it hurts. You start counting when it hurts. They show up on good days. You show up every day. You will not always improve quickly. Your progress will often be slow, ugly, humiliating. Others will blaze past you at first. They will understand concepts faster. Their bodies will adapt faster. Their results will come sooner. You will be tempted to quit, but the talented have a hidden vulnerability. The moment things are no longer easy, many of them crumble. They have never been forced to build the habit of suffering for their progress. They have never been forced to love the grind because for them, the grind was shorter. When the path gets steep, when improvement slows, when applause stops, you will be the one who is used to that terrain because you train there every day. You must build rituals. Discipline is not just trying hard. It is system, structure, routine. You do not rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your habits. So ask yourself, what time do you wake up? What do you do in the first hour of your day? How many hours do you dedicate to your craft? How often do you let emotion override your plan? Write it down. Look at it without lying. If your schedule looks like everyone else's, Why do you expect your life to be different from everyone else's? You say you want to be exceptional. There is nothing exceptional about your daily actions. Change that. Make decisions that someone normal would never make. Choose effort when others choose comfort. Choose repetition when others choose distraction. Choose discipline when others choose mood. That is how you become the hardest working person in the room. Not by saying it, by proving it. Every single day. You will be lonely. Hard work and discipline are lonely paths because most people are allergic to them. While you train, others will go out. While you work, others will relax. While you repeat the basics again and again, others will chase novelty and instant gratification. They will call you obsessed. They will tell you to live a little. They will say you are missing out. But understand this. They are seeing only the sacrifice. They are blind to the reward. You are not missing out. You are trading. You are trading temporary pleasure for permanent power. You are trading comfort now for competence later. You are trading being liked now for being respected later, even by the same people who doubted you. There will be nights when you are the only one in the gym, the only one in the library, the only one on the track, the only one at the desk. In those moments, when the silence is loud and fatigue whispers, "Why are you doing this?" Remember, this is where separation happens. This is where you pass them. Not in the spotlight, in the shadows, not on the stage, in the empty room, not during the performance, during the preparation. The crowd sees the moment, the discipline see the thousands of hours behind it. Listen carefully. Discipline is not punishment. It is freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from what if. Freedom from the voice inside that says, you could have done more. Talent without discipline is a prison. The gifted one wakes up one day, older, slower, surrounded by memories of what they could have been if they had actually tried. They are haunted by their own laziness. You will not be, because you will know. You didn't rely on talent. You didn't waste what little you had. You squeezed every drop out of yourself. There is a quiet peace that comes from that. You can look in the mirror with no excuses left and no excuses needed. You will never have to wonder what you were capable of, because you will have found out. Through repetition, through sweat, through 1,000 days that no one clapped for. That is freedom. You say, but what if I work harder than anyone and still lose? Good question. Here is the answer. Then you have already won. Because the real opponent was never the other person. The real opponent was the weaker version of you, the lazy one, the distracted one, the one who begged for shortcuts and comfort. Every day that you choose discipline, you bury that version of yourself deeper. Every day that you keep going when there is no guarantee of victory, you become someone rarer than any champion. You become someone who is not controlled by outcome. Do you understand how powerful that is? You become the kind of person who does what is required, simply because it is required, not because of applause, not because of trophies, not because of recognition. You become unstoppable because no result can break you. If you win, you train. If you lose, you train. If no one notices, you train. If everyone doubts you, you train. Your discipline becomes your identity, not your talent, not your trophies, not your comparisons, your work. You are looking for a secret. There is none. The formula is brutal in its simplicity. Decide who you want to become. Identify what that version of you does every day. Start doing those things, whether you feel like it or not. Never stop. You are not special for wanting it. You are not special for talking about it. You are only defined by what you do repeatedly. You want to be the hardest working, most disciplined person? Then, when your body says enough, you do one more set. When your mind says tomorrow, you do it today. When others treat effort like a switch, you treat it like your default state. Talent is born, but discipline is built. Good. Start building. Lay a brick today, then another tomorrow, and another the next day. Most days it will not feel like much, but one day you will stand inside a fortress you built with your own hands, and the talented ones who laughed at your slow progress will be standing outside, wondering how you got so far ahead. The answer will be simple. You didn't need to be born with it. You just refused to stop. So stop asking if you are talented enough. Ask if you are willing to be disciplined enough. Ask if you are willing to hurt for it, to sacrifice for it, to be bored for it, to be exhausted for it, to be misunderstood for it. If the answer is yes, then it no longer matters where you started. You will finish where the undisciplined can never reach. Talent is born. Discipline is built. Now go build.